texting late at night, calling out my name through the wind. Out here where the cold moonlight barely touches the ground, I finally made my peace with the absolute silence. And I like the way it sounds inside my chest today. I don't need your drama, I don't need your pain. I just need these broken back roads and a quiet room to find a way to breathe and clear my mind again. I tried being kind, tried drawing the boundaries light, but some people only hear when you turn off the light. The wind don't break out here, neither do I. Keep your distance from my shadow, keep your distance tonight. Let the countryside swallow what you can't see right. Turn the key, face the gray, get your fragile promises out of my driving way. Keep your distance from my shadow, I'm done with the lies, done with the games and the tears inside your eyes. One more step closer and I won't even care. Just turn your boots around and leave me standing there. You say you miss the old days and the man I used to be, but that boy got buried deep beneath the ancient timber trees. Now there's only burning liquor dust and a wide open sky, and an iron hard chest that learned the way to say goodbye. The remote hills taught me how to stand completely alone. So stop your late night search and leave the phantom I became. These dirt roads don't need another broken plea from your mouth, and the blacktop is ready to erase your little game. Distances grow, no matter how hard you try to mend. This is the absolute boundary, this is the final end. I made my bed in the gravel, I found my peace in the dam. Don't bring your flickering match to a dark broken lamp. Mean it this time, just say goodbye. Keep your distance from my shadow, keep your distance tonight. Let the countryside swallow what you can't see right. Pack your bags, clear the track, realize there ain't no way of turning back. Keep your distance from my shadow, I'm done with the lies, done with the games and the tears inside your eyes. One more step closer and I won't even care. Just turn your boots around and leave me standing there. Let the dirt roads decide what's left of you and me. Keep your distance from my shadow, and mean it this time. I used to despise a man in this very valley valley town, lighting all his hollow fear, tearing quiet people down. Watched him work a tavern room like they owed him every breath, taking up more than he was given, blind to his own theft. I swore an oath to my young soul I'd never walk that track. That was 13 winters back before the lines turned black. But I looked into the mirror on a freezing autumn dawn and found that very stranger standing where my ghost had gone. It didn't happen all at once, didn't feel the venom grow, just one small daily compromise under the silent decay wind blow. Now I hear impatience in the answers that I give to the floor. Turned into the monster I used to utterly despise, wearing his cold tricks thrown right behind my own eyes. Look up close, face the grave, watch the boy I used to be slowly fade away. Turned into the monster, too numb to catch the slide, calling it maturity, while the clean things died inside. Every line I drew in younger days moved in a comfortable haze, and I became the heavy room that slowly loses all its air. I used to sit with people's pain, gave it space to breathe and land. Now I just wait for them to finish, thinking of my next demand, dismissing what I used to hold as sacred, real and true. And the worst part isn't even the damage that I do, is that somewhere in the doing I completely stopped taking note. Became a cautionary tale for brothers, a choking in my throat. The cruelest part of this descent isn't becoming what you fear, it's realizing you've been walking in this skin for many a year. Left around you already know the truth. They've known it for a long time and said nothing to your youth. Somewhere they just stopped expecting anything different from your track. The ones who loved you true have already turned their back. They didn't wait for your recognition to start their quiet crying. They've already mourned the boy who passed away without trying. Turned into the monster I used to utterly despise, wearing his cold tricks thumb right behind my own eyes. Break the glass, feel the stain, face the ultimate horror of this slow eroding pain. Turned into the monster, still caught inside the snare, staring at the wreckage of a man who wasn't there. Knowing doesn't fix the debt, but unknowing makes you cold. Now I'm standing at the crossroads where the undoing must unfold. Undoing, undoing, I am still becoming the thing I pointed at, still wearing his ghost. rob the hollow hands that have nothing left to bleed. Never lied to the trusting eyes that you claim to lead. Never break a solid word once it's given to the night. That's the iron in my chest, or it's just dust in the light. Held it clean for years, or something close enough to clean. Told myself the gaps were judgment, told myself the ash was gold. A jagged line, cold and dark, but straight enough for my soul. Every single exception that I made along the track came with reasons ironclad to justify the lack. Funny how the compromises multiply until the old truth is dead. Twisted iron still a code to me. At least this broken ledger set something in me free. Hold the line, face the rust, realize the self-made king is turning back to dust. Twisted iron built my dignity from the floor. Other men got no rules at all. Behind that door I'd rather have it bent and leaning in the driving rain than have no honor left to carry through the heavy pain. I swore I'd never use a secret told to me in the dark, but I used it once when I was losing, called it a necessary spark. I swore I'd stand beside the ones I claimed as my own blood, but I left one standing lonely when the cost got stuck in the mud. Told my mind the timing wasn't right, told myself I'd make it up, adjusting every boundary line to fit my own bitter cup. Every man I ever looked down on for lacking an honest trace drew his own jagged boundary line to save his goddamn face. But a code you write yourself has one permanent problem built right in. The man who constructed the law is the same man deciding when to win. And the judge who only sentences himself by the rules he created for his pride isn't justice at all, boy. It's just a place for a coward to hide. It's just a beautiful story you tell your reflection at the end of the day, to feel like the kind of man you always wanted to stay. Twisted iron still a code to me. At least this broken ledger set something in me free. Bend the wire, feel the stain, accept the ugly truth of this self-inflicted chain. Twisted iron built my dignity from the floor. Every rule I had to shatter just to survive the war is still mine, still standing, even if it leans real low. It's the only crooked version of honor that I know. Still mine, still standing in the cold clay. Twisted iron, let the gravel have its say. keep searching for my face in the places I used to stand, but that worn-out version of my soul is no longer free. Out here where the bleak horizon swallows the last trace of day, I'm practicing the art of leaving in my own quiet way. Every solitary mile I drive pulls me further from your hand, turning every heavy memory to dust on this empty road. I don't want the endless friction, I don't want the old pain, I just want the absolute silence inside the pouring rain. I'm completely tired of the bright lights and the games we play. The stars out here don't ask no questions, the night don't keep score. One more attempt to track my boots and I will close the door. Dissolve into the shadow, let me completely fade away. Dissolve into the shadow, no more promises left to say. Turn the key, kill the lamp, step out of the shelter into the heavy dam. Dissolve into the shadow, let the vast country hide my track, where the lost and ruined spirits go and never look back. Some men were created to stay put under the roof they know, but a man like me was born to hit the highway and vanish slow. Still search for useless answers in the dirty review blow, but the fading asphalt behind me is the only thing I truly know. This remote territory taught me how to slip away from the chain, how to let the wild grass take what I no longer owe to your name. I am just another shapeless phantom walking out of the room, leaving the fabric of your drama to rot inside the gloom. The barren land don't pursue your flight, it just lets you drop clear into the wide open spaces where the boundaries disappear. These broken back roads are my final hope, my ultimate escape. Watch the night swallow the edges of this jagged human shape. Don't look for explanations through the heavy winter fog. I'm just another midnight runner, erasing the ledger log. No chains left to pay, just let me go. Let me completely fade away. Dissolve into the shadow, no more promises left to say. Spit the ash, face the gray, let the velocity wash the remaining pieces away. Dissolve into the shadow, let the vast country hide my track, where the lost and ruined spirits go and never look back. You can call out to the empty air until the dawn turns bright, but I'm already woven clean into the fabric of the night. Don't ask the reason why, just let the darkness fall, vanish slow. Sitting low like a bloodshot eye in the west. Your shallow love looks thin and your mouth runs completely dry. I gave you the whole daylight, gave you room to clear the track, but now the ultimate shadow line is crossing your eye. You stepped around this porch with a piece of borrowed nerve, talking real sharp like a man who doesn't know how to bend. But this concrete gets vicious when the twilight lays down, and I am a completely different monster when the daylight ends. Don't test this barren dust, don't you try to test my hand. When the crimson horizon drops, my grace shuts down clean. Get your boots moving fast before the night locks you in. Clear the lane before the daylight completely dies, before the hungry hounds break loose under these black skies. One stomp for the warning, two for the borderline. Get your fragile pride out of this territory of mine. Clear the lane before the crimson sky goes dead, before that bragging little mouth puts a heavy price on your head. Walk straight right now, don't you dare turn around. Clear the lane before the final twilight goes down. I ain't your local sheriff, ain't no holy choir boy clean. I got a back road code running through a blacked out mean. I heard your shallow laughter by the water-stained timber wall. Sounded real brave when the crickets were starting to call. But your boots got doubt and your hands are beginning to twitch, because the daylight is running out like a burning match wick. No more warnings to offer you, no more soft sounds to make. Take that hollow arrogance and drag it away for your own sake. 3 stomps for the fool who can't read the clock on the wall. Sky turns pitch black, the heavy curtains start to fall. Move slow now, let the dust rise up to your knees. Too late, the final light is filtered through the trees. When the darkness rolls, I don't explain the pain. I let the iron do the talking in the midnight rain. Clear the lane before the daylight completely dies, before the hungry hounds break loose under these black skies. Smash the glass, face the dirt. Realize you can't outrun the oncoming herd. Clear the lane before the crimson sky goes dead, before that bragging little mouth puts a heavy price on your head. You had all damn day to choose peace and walk away. Now the teeth are showing and the night is here to stay. The last light dies, the room goes freezing cold. The sunset line is crossed. The final card is told.